ELA masters, remember, as good readers, we need to first scan our text and ask ourselves, is this a narrative text or an informational text? Let's go ahead and quickly scan. And tell me. Whoa, if you said a narrative text, give me a pounded. Right. Right away, I notice I don't see any headings or facts, but what I do see is dialogue. And I know that dialogue is always in a narrative story. Now, ELA Masters, speaking of that, can you quickly remind me what planner do I need to make for a narrative text? STORY or making text that seem very complicated simple planner? Louder through your computer. Yes, I need to make an STORY planner. Let's go ahead and add that to our Google form. We should be making an STORY planner. ELA Masters, while I'm reading, make sure that you're reading along in the text, and while you can't highlight, you can still draw your planners on a separate piece of paper with STORY. Let's read. Surprise mail. Marta loved her neighbor's mailbox. It was painted white with colorful flowers all around it. ELA Masters, right away, did we hear some evidence for STORY? Yes, if you told me that we heard the character, silly Miss Yabut, Marta, and the setting, it says her neighbor's mailbox, so she must be in a neighborhood. Give me a yes. Good. Scholars, I also noticed that it says that she loved her neighbor's mailbox. That gives me a hint about Marta's character perspective, but let's read on first. For now, let's add that to our planner. Our character's name is Marta. And it sounds like we are in Marta's neighborhood. Go ahead and pause your video if you need to add that to our planners now. Good. Now, let's add that to our Google form. So far, it sounds like our main character is Marta. If you need to, pause your video so that you have all this information. Good. Let's keep reading. One day, she had an idea. Mama, why can't we decorate our mailbox? Marta asked one morning. It would be fun to paint it. ELA Masters, it sounds like what Marta thinks or feels about her neighbor's mailbox compared to her mailbox is that, well, she probably likes her neighbor's mailbox a lot better than her own right now, and really wants to decorate there so it can look just as pretty. Let's make sure that we highlight that evidence. And add that to our planner. Marta's perspective is that she loves the neighbor's mailbox more than her own so far. Go ahead and pause your videos if you need to add that to your planners now. Great. Let's add that to our Google form. Marta's perspective is that she loves the neighbor's mailbox more than her own. If you need to, pause your video to type that in now. Great. Mama, why can't we decorate our mailbox? Marta asked one morning. It would be fun to paint it. That is a wonderful idea, little one, answered Mama. But let's make ours look different. Interesting, friends. So it sounds like we've met a new character. Mama. And Mama's dialogue tells me, from the fact that she says a wonderful idea, that she sounds very supportive. I also noticed that when she said, ooh, let's make ours look better, that Mama might even have a playful side. Let's go ahead and add that to our planners. Another character that we met was Mama. And she's supportive and playful. Go ahead and pause your videos if you need to write that in your planners now. Great. Now, let's pick one, supportive or playful, to add to our Google form. Don't get tricked. We're looking at the part that says, what is one of Mom's character traits? Mom's character trait is that she is, I'm going to go with playful. If you need to, pause your video to type that out now. Good. Let's keep reading. All day, Marta thought of colors and designs she would put on her mailbox. Then, during recess, she looked up at a beautiful tree and came up with an idea. I'll paint it brown and green so it will look like a tree, she thought. Whoa. Friends, I don't know about you, but it sounds like Marta is trying to decide what she'd like to do with the mailbox. And I know that when a character is trying to decide something, that is considered an internal conflict. So, Marta wanted to decorate the mailbox, but needed to figure out how. And I know that that is an IC or internal conflict. Go ahead and write that in our planner. Good. When I scroll up and I read the rest of this paragraph, I noticed that it said that she looked at a beautiful tree and came up with another idea. And she would paint that mailbox brown and green to look like a tree. ELA Masters, it seems like, looking back at the text, that Marta has a lot of really cool ideas, and they sound really creative and artistic and inventive. I'm finding that this might be a character trait that she has. A character trait of Marta is that she is inventive. She comes up with new ideas and new solutions in a very artistic way, in a way that's just her own. Let's go ahead and add inventive to our Google form. What is one of the main character or Marta's character traits? She is inventive. If you need to, pause your video and type that now, as well as write it in our planners. Good. Let's read the next paragraph. On Saturday morning, Mama and Marta went to a hobby store and picked out different shades of green and brown paint. By noon, Marta was washing the mailbox to get it ready to paint. While it was drying, she came up with another idea. More evidence that she is inventive. Mama, I think I'll tie some real branches to the box. They will make it more like a tree, Marta suggested. That is a great idea, answered Mama. Wow, Marta is really inventive with coming up with all these different ideas. So I'm going to highlight that evidence. And I also see more evidence from Mama that she is supportive. Remember, earlier we said that one of Marta's internal conflicts was that she wanted to decorate the mailbox but needed to figure out how. Now it sounds like she's had 2 attempts to resolve. Both her own ideas to paint it the colors of the tree and tie branches to the mailbox. If you need to, pause your video to write that in our planner. Good. Let's keep reading. The mailbox was completed by dinner time. Marta left the mailbox door open so it could dry overnight. Before she went to bed, Marta went outside to admire her work one more time. She was proud of the job she had done. ELA Masters, it sounds like Marta has achieved her motivation of making her mailbox very pretty, so I need to make sure that I highlight that evidence. You've got surprise mail, Marta. Go out and check it, but look before you grab it, said Mama. I wonder what's going on. Marta peeked into her newly painted box. There, in the center of the box, was a bird's nest with a living thing in it. You are quite an artist. Your box looks so much like a tree that the birds decided to make their home in it, said Mama. I guess we'll need another box. I think I'll paint that one white. Wow. ELA Masters, it sounds like Marta did such an amazing job with her mailbox that it actually even looked like a real tree that birds could nest in. And right here, I see some evidence that Mama was being a little bit playful, telling her that she's got surprise mail and to look before you grab it. Scholars, did Marta really have mail? No. It says here that her box looks so much like a tree that birds decided to make their home in it. Even though that's not quite what I'm sure Mama or Marta were thinking when they thought to decorate their mailbox, that really shows that when Marta believed that she could decorate her mailbox, she did such a great job that happened. And in a way, it kind of shows that hard work really paid off. Let's add that to our planner. The solution was that because of all of Marta's hard work, the mailbox ended up looking exactly like a tree. And she was pretty proud of that result. And that shows that in many cases, hard work does pay off. Let's go ahead and add that to our Google form. Marta learned that when she believed and made all those changes to make her mailbox look more and more like a tree, it ended up looking exactly like a tree. And that shows that hard work pays off. Go ahead and pause your video and type that in now. Great. Now, ELA Masters, now that I have finished my whole story, make sure that you pause your video to add anything that we miss in our STORY planner. Let's go back and think about the point of view. Remember, I'm going to use my resource. First person point of view means that the narrator was a character inside the story, and we heard that character using I or we in the story. Third person point of view means that the narrator was outside and used the characters' names. What do we think? First person point of view or third person point of view? Tell me. Whoa! ELA Masters, if you said third person point of view, give me a high five. Right. The whole time we just saw Marta's name or Mama's name and she, they, but not the words I or we coming from the author or coming from the narrator. So I know that this is third person point of view. Go ahead and pause your video to double check all your answers if you haven't already. Great. Scholars, because this is third person point of view, now I need to ask myself, what is the narrator's perspective? In this case, because our narrator is good. We need to be thinking about as good readers, what is the author's perspectives? How does the author think or feel about Marta and Mama? What is their opinion? Scholars, when you are finished answering all the questions, go ahead and click Next. Don't forget to write down whose point of view is surprise mail being told? An outside narrator. Very good.